Hello, Metallica fans, and welcome to my Media Museum. Today, I figured I'd like to look at some of my Metallica CD singles, starting with the Harvester of Sorrow here, because that's technically the first CD single from Metallica that I bought. I do have the Jump in the Fire original album single, and the Creeping Death Jump in the Fire EP CD, as well as the Garage Days Revisited. But I wanted to save those for another day when we do the first 4 or 5 albums. Today, like I said, I wanted to focus on the Black Album singles, but I figured I'd start here with this Harvester of Sorrow because it's got Bread Fan and the Prince on there. And while that is from And Justice for All, and there's a look at the actual CD there, with a real nice mirror image of me saying hello, hello, hello. And you can see that looking at And Justice for All CD, there was Eye of the Beholder was also a CD single, but I didn't get it because it had, I believe it was Bread Fan on it. And since the Harvester of Sorrow had both Bread Fan and the Prince, I only picked up the one back in the day when that happened. Now, as far as vinyl, I've got the Metallica 1 7-inch vinyl RPM 45, and on the B side of it was the Prince. And that's why I was going to go ahead and go a bit out of order here, skipping the Black Album. We started before it, now we're skipping past it to show the 1 CD singles that were put out at the time of the Live Binge and Purge release. You can see they gave us 1 studio version from And Justice for All, and then the 1 demo version, which was new to this CD single, and the 1 live version, which came off of the Binge and Purge release. And yeah, I'm censoring the title there just to keep it clean for the channel. But you know what it is. I don't need to say it. It's Live Binge and Purge for today. And there's information on the 3 different versions that were included with this CD single. And then I have another, the gatefold, whatever, digipack, that's it, the digipack version that they called it. I also bought that one, and it's nice. It's got the cover of the first 3 albums there, and then the 4th and 5th one there, and then, oh my, for some reason I have it in the case upside down. So there's a shot of the disc itself showing what's on it. But we'll look at the back cover before we talk about the tracks. And there was a nice picture of the box set. Now, I have this on VHS, just as it appears here. You can get it on DVD these days, but when it originally came out, it was on VHS. And that's the way I got it. That's the way I have it. Now, I believe this picture is the same shot as from the inside of the other CD single. And you'll see here we've got 1 live, Whiplash Live, From Whom the Bell Tolls Live, and Last Caress Live, all of which I do believe appeared on that Live Binge and Purge box set. So there wasn't really nothing special there other than just, you know, that it was a cool Metallica release to have. Now, looking at the Black Album, boy, that's really reflective. We're going to see a lot of these songs here covered on CD singles. And I have to say, I thought the Black Album's artwork was the worst artwork ever released. You got some imagery here and there, bits and pieces of a snake, coiled up snake. That's got to be some of the worst artwork I've ever seen in my life. But it is what it is. The album was awesome, spectacular album, and it did well for him. So what do I know? You know, you do get the whole image here on the back. And then most of the CD singles just show bits and pieces of it. But this was the first single that I got from the album. And it had Enter Sandman, Stone Cold Crazy, and the Enter Sandman demo. And recently looking this up online, this is the international version. The US CD single did not have Enter Sandman demo on it. It only had the Enter Sandman and Stone Cold Crazy. And Stone Cold Crazy, that track was one of the tracks from these CD singles that was covered on Garage Incorporated. You'll see here on the second disc on the back, it's got Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg, which came off of the earlier Creeping Death EP. And then it's got the Bread Fan, The Prince, Stone Cold Crazy, So What, and Killing Time, which predominantly came from, well, Bread Fan and The Prince came from Injustice for All singles, the Eye of the Beholder and the One singles, and the other three came from these CD singles here. And you'll see that first one that I showed you had Stone Cold Crazy. This one, Sad But True, has So What, and the Harvester of Sorrow live track. And most of these have just silver covers, so you're going to see a lot of me reflecting back at you here. Hard to film a mirror without seeing a mirror image. But there you can see the inside artwork that was included with that single. Then moving on, I've got another version of the Sad But True single. And this one has Nothing Else Matters elevator version, and Creeping Death Live and Sad But True demos version as well. So there again, this is the international CD single version. Nice Vertigo cover there. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's better than what you got on any of the rest of them. And there's some information on the individual tracks there for you. And moving on, we've got the Nothing Else Matters CD single. And it had Nothing Else Matters Inner Sandman Live, Harvester of Sorrow Live, and the Nothing Else Matters demo. And you can see made in England sticker on there. And this one had a kind of cooler, I mean, I wish they'd have done that for the whole cover, you know, the original cover of the Black Album, where you could really see some difference between the black and the black. They had black on black, and it was really hard to see some of it. So, next up, we had the Nothing Else Matters Live. This is kind of more of an EP, but it is considered a CD single, I believe, because it only has 3 songs on it. But Inner Sandman, Sad But True, and Nothing Else Matters. I thought it was kind of an EP because, you know, it was a live version of the song, different version than what was on the album. But I do believe the third track was the album version again. So you got the live version of it, Inner Sandman live, Sad But True, and Nothing Else Matters studio version. So, that's interesting. On the back it doesn't list the Nothing Else Matters live and studio. It just lists the 3 bonus tracks. I don't remember that. Alright, so here we go again. You can see you got a bit of the Metallica logo there. They moved it around. Unforgiven was the next one that came out that I picked up. And this is where we get the Killing Time track, that the other studio cover song that they chose to include on Garage Incorporated for us. And you've got, this is the international version again, so we've got the studio version and the demo version. And again, we've got the nice gray on black rather than black on black for the cover of the single itself, which I thought looked a lot better than the black on black, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. And here you can see the information for those 3 tracks as given in the single. Now, next up, we've got Wherever I May Roam. And yeah, I was a bit of a Metallica crazy at the time that the Black Album came out and these come out. I was a fan from the beginning. I got Kill 'Em All when it first came out, and I loved Metallica all along, and I stuck with them through and through, even with Load and Reload, which wasn't great follow-ups in my opinion. Looking back on them, they're not bad albums. I think there was too long between the Black Album and Load, and we should have had some more releases in there to, you know, move you along in the styles that they changed. But anyways, here we've got Wherever I May Roam, Fade to Black Live, and Wherever I May Roam, the demo version, which is nice to have. Those demo versions, as far as I am aware at this point, were only released on these CD singles. They released the bonus stuff, the cover tunes and stuff, on Garage Incorporated, but I'm not aware of having seen the CD, the demo versions anywhere else. Wherever I May Roam, and Last Caress, Am I Evil, and Battery, which was a really cool live track there. And you can see here, this one I got from Germany, made in Germany. I got it here in the States at a shop down the street, but this is a German CD single. The guy that ran that shop was really good about picking up oddities and import versions and stuff for his customers, and I for one really appreciated it. I bought a lot of also bootlegs in there. He actually got busted and shut down for selling bootlegs, but I spent quite a few pennies on some especially Jimi Hendrix bootlegs that he was selling back then. But here you can see it's another Vertigo CD cover. Alright, cool. Well, that pretty much covers it for today, and I'll cover some other CD singles, the EPs, and the albums at another time. So, you guys have a wonderful day, keep on jamming the Metallica, and enjoy that new 72 Seasons CD. It is awesome. Rock on!